my way to a friend's house. I'm in the very privileged position of being able to look after my friend's cat while she's away. And anyone who's been watching the channel for a while will know her. Her name is Mona. She's featured on the channel several times, and this is going to be a good few days where I'll try to vlog my visits to go and see her. Today's video is going to be celebrating the fact that I'm really close to having 1,000 subscribers. It's really an exciting landmark for the channel. Milestone, not landmark. I always get those two mixed up. Milestone for the channel. There are two that I have to fulfill in order to monetize the channel. One is to have 1,000 subscribers, and the other is to have 4,000 watch hours in a year. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to fulfill the second one and maintain the first if I reach that point, but I'm only about 23 subscribers away. So I'm going to make a piece of artwork which represents that milestone and its significance. Okay, so here we are. This is going to be my celebration of almost reaching the target. Well, it's not really a celebration. My acknowledgement of being close to one of my targets. It is exciting for me. And I've had this square of paper for a while, so much so I didn't want to mess up this doodle. It's pretty much a doodle still. So that's why I thought I will pencil in the letters and numbers that I'm going to be filling in with some kind of drawing. And I rarely do that. I don't very often use pencil with pen, and I played with the idea of using a pencil after I'd inked in what I was doing, but again I really like to go for one or the other. So the only reason I penciled it in is that I wanted the spacing to be vaguely accurate. Now, a keen eye or even just any kind of critical eye will see that this is not accurate measuring of letters or numbers or spacing or kerning at all, but it's just, you know, it's a bit of a doodle, so I thought it'll be just a nice image hopefully to make. And my go-to for this kind of thing is always it's always basically going to a playful, free, imaginative machinery / mutation kind of vibe. I suppose it's inspired by Akira, and that's a film from the 1980s by Katsuhiro Otomo, and some other kind of Japanese influences from when I was young. It's just a fun, playful way to draw for me, and for filling in letters, I thought it's just very easy for me to do that kind of thing. Otherwise I'd go real geometric and probably fill in the space with shadow shapes, and I just didn't have that thought in my head. Otherwise that's what I would have done, because I don't prefer one over the other. It's just always interesting for me to play with spacing and design suggestions, but keeping it fairly abstract, because I don't really know how else you could describe what I'm doing inside. If you've got a better description, then please leave a comment about it, because I always find it interesting how people read some of these images, and I think they're probably more accurate than the way that I'm describing them. But it's all just play and fun as far as I'm concerned, and it's interesting to see where your mind will take you, because I don't really hesitate too much when it comes to this type of drawing. I just let myself react to the shape that I've just made in order to speak to it with another. And it's also filling in spaces, because I wanted the letters to not have outlines all the way around them. I wanted them to have mostly be covered by the fill on the inside to describe what was being said. I have done this kind of idea before. I did one for a 750 subscriber mark, which I like celebrating things like that. I think that's quite a fun thing to do, and I will definitely be celebrating my 1000 milestone when I hit that. But it's a very similar type of approach to drawing that I did for the 750, and I quite like it. Again, it's good training for your brain, just like doing life drawing or anything else. You're really using parts of your brain that you otherwise don't very often, which is immediate invention of some kind of shapes and kind of mechanical ideas, and again just trying to fill this space with something which I feel is aesthetically pleasing to a certain extent. I did end up doing a kind of shadow underneath some of the letters, and that was to strengthen the impact of them and to also reinforce the shape where I felt it was a little bit soft. I don't mind it being left without an outline, but to have nothing at all would have made it a bit too, I don't know, just a bit flat for me. So I thought if you add a little bit of depth with just some shadow edges, it always helps carry it along. And I do enjoy this kind of thing. It is it's a playful exercise in my feeling. So yeah, just to warn you ahead of time, when I actually do go to feed Mona and play with her a little bit, my friend has a keyboard set up and I've been practicing. Well, I haven't been practicing. This is the first day when I actually go and play on the keyboard, but I did this for a couple of hours, just playing around, trying to find sounds and melodies that I enjoy. And this is the kind of way that I make the music that you hear in my videos as well, is with a kind of keyboard of sorts. So having a full length keyboard like this was fun to see what I could create. And I am still trying to learn bits of tunes as well. I'll need to try and record and include those when I can. But at the moment, I think I'm using my phone as a reference for certain notes. So I'll figure that out at some point. But that's going to be coming up as bits of the music that I'm playing on the keyboard. And it's by no means that good, but it's just fun. It's kind of like doodling with music. So I don't know, maybe that's a bit generous to me, but it is just aimless clanking down of certain keys. But that's what I've been doing, so I thought I'll include it as a bit of a vlog idea. And in front of me, you can see there are 3 paintings on the wall, and that's my friend's artwork. And she's an amazing landscape painter, so it's a lovely house to go and visit and cat sit, because her paintings are all over the place and it's lovely work. She's really helped with my understanding and development in drawing and painting, and we always have great discussions around theory and philosophy, as well as just general practice kind of approaches, I suppose, whether it's drawing or painting. But at the moment it's mainly painting, because I talk to a lot of artists about how they make the work they do, and a lot of these artists are painters. So I bounce these ideas off her, and because I've been doing oil painting, that'll be coming up soon in some videos that I'll be uploading. I've been trying to recount some of the approaches and practices which people have shared with me on the Painting Insights podcast that I've either tried or I've just appreciated the idea of. And sometimes you just can't try everything at once, but at the moment I've just been enjoying making bits of art more often, because for a lot of this year I was only doing filming and interviews, and I love both of those things, but if I don't make art, it feels like something I'm neglecting, an outlet that I'm not taking advantage of. So that's definitely something I'm going to try and juggle more healthily, or more consciously, I suppose, from now on, because that is important to me. So as far as this piece goes, I'm trying to I tried to extend certain pieces and certain letters and certain numbers together to make it have a bit of a connection between the two. I don't know if you can even see that, maybe it's a bit too vague, but I had some more mutated influence in the top numbers and the first couple of letters, and then that faded out and became more and more mechanical, and wires and cables and pipes and tubes and contraptions, things like that I really enjoy introducing. And then after that I just finish up by underlining and trying to strengthen the bold shadow edge of some of these letters and numbers. But because the nib is so small, the nib that I'm using is actual 0.1 Staedtler fineliner, so it wasn't the easiest thing to do. It's a bit scribbly, but it's all good fun, and hopefully the next time I will do something like this is for 1000. Hello, baby girl. Hello, little girl. Hi. Okay, back in the studio. It's always lovely to see little Mona and have a little play on the keyboard. I've obviously got a long way to go, but for the next 3 days I'm going to be looking after the little girl, so I'm going to be playing around and seeing what I can get on there. And for today, that is the drawing I've done. I think it's alright, you know, it's kind of fun, especially for the milestone that I am coming up to. I just wanted to highlight the fact that it's exciting for me to get close to the 1000 subscriber mark. So I'm going to keep pushing, keep growing the channel, and I look forward to sharing another video with you very soon, possibly tomorrow with a bit of digital scribbling. It's more of a doodle. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say. All right, see you in the next one.